Hello and welcome to the fourth and final video of our short video series on using creator projects and eGIt. In the first part of this video series, we have seen how we will share a project under Git. On the second part, we saw how we can change diagrams that are already under version control and how we can inspect those changes in a diagram comparison editor. On the third part, we saw how we can change branches, how we can make changes in parallel, and how in the end we will merge those changes back to an existing branch. Now in this fourth part, I will show you how you can keep track of design configuration settings as they are seen in the test targets view, and also of project properties, which are two important parts in test case generation. Now, for the sake of this example, let's assume that we would like to change the activity diagram target setting to don't care, and then we would like to specifically target the nodes. We see that this node called Simple Web Application Settings has been marked as changed, along with the design configuration. The reason for this is that design configurations and their coverage settings are stored in the same file as the project settings, or the project properties. This node simply contains the name of our project, Simple Web Application, and the name settings. If we would like to inspect those changes, we can right-click either on the design configuration and run a compare with head, or we can click on the Simple Application Settings and compare with head. In this comparison, we switch to the modeling perspective to get more screen space, and we see that the nodes has changed to target, while the activity diagrams has changed to don't care. We can notice this here. Now this will keep track only of the settings that have changed from the default. We have changed the settings to non-default. This will ensure that the space that the file takes is the minimum that we need to reproduce those changes. Now let's assume that we also would like to change some project properties. We would like to turn off the automatic test case naming, and would like to change the test case name format to something we consider more appropriate. Let's say creator test case. We would then click on OK to apply those changes, and then by running compare with head, we can see that these properties have changed as well. Automatic test case naming is now unchecked. The value has been changed to false. We also see that the test case name format is now creator test case. We see that the value has changed to creator test case. Double clicking on it will show us what it used to be. It used to be test case. We consider those changes to be necessary, so we would like right click, go to team, add to index. As you see, both files have changed. We can see the mark of the star here, which shows that our file is ready to be committed. If we go to team and commit, we will see that a single file is selected. This is okay because both project properties relevant for test case generation and design configurations and their cover settings are stored under the same file. We will put an appropriate commit message. We will first fix the typo before committing. Now we're ready to commit our changes. Let's see an example where we will make changes which we wouldn't want to be applied. For example, if we change the nodes to block, we see again that something has changed. We could replace changes with what is in the head revision to undo the changes. We can see that this has changed back to what it used to be. The same applies for diagrams. If you switch a branch and you make several changes there, like adding design configurations, changing project settings, and test coverage settings, test target settings, you will notice that when merging, these changes will be applied as well to your branch. And this concludes the fourth and final part of our short video series. Thank you for your attention.